Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. So as of now we have already completed NumPy and Pandas. Now we are going to start Matplotlib library. This is mainly used for data visualization purpose. That means when we have the data sets, we can simply create graphs, plots, charts of different columns on the data set. Those will help us to understand the hidden patterns in the data. We can interpret the data very easily from these graphs or charts. Okay, so for that purpose we are going to use Matplotlib library a lot. There is one more library like Seaborn that is also used for data visualization purpose. First we will learn Matplotlib, then we will study about Seaborn. Okay, now first of all let me tell you one thing, that is what are the types of data. We have already made a video. Here also I will give you a brief. First of all, it can be divided into two types. Number one is numerical data. Number two is categorical data. Numerical data means numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your roll number. That is a numerical data. What is category? Like your gender. It may be male, maybe female, maybe others. So that is a categorical data. Okay. So simple numerical means number, categorical means that's a category. Now depending on whether a column is a numerical column or categorical column, we are going to create the plots. That will help us to understand that which plot is best suited for which types of columns, which types of data. Okay. Like if the columns are numerical, then scatter plot may work better. We will learn all these things while studying those things. Okay. Now see here, these are the basic plots we can do using Matplotlib library. Though it has many other wide range of libraries. By using you can create different kind of graphs, other graphs also. But these things we are mainly going to use in our projects a lot. First we will get comfortable, then we will study all other things, related things also. Okay, so in our next class we will start with 2D plot or line plot. There we will take many different types of data sets and we will learn how we can create different kinds of plot, how to analyze from those plots, how to derive information from those plots. Okay, because that's what you are going to share with others and you can give them suggestions like what is the problem and how it can be improved. Okay, so you have get an overall idea of Matplotlib. From the next class we will study line plot. Okay, bye, happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back. So let's continue our Matplotlib class. Okay, first I will download all the libraries, import NumPy as NP, import pandas as PD, import matplotlib dot pyplot as PLT. PLT same nickname, you can give any name. Okay. Now let's do a simple line plot. Okay. First I will create a data set like x equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Y equals to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. A simple toy data set. Okay. Now I will create a plot between x and y. So I have to write PLT. PLT means this one, calling the Matplotlib library. Here there is a function called plot. So PLT dot plot first x column, comma y column. Now if I run it, it will show us a plot. Okay. Now there is no description about the picture, so we can add those by giving plt dot x level. You can write anything. Here I can write x axis. Depending on the column name, we can give any meaningful name. Okay, here also y axis. No problem. Now if I run it, see x axis, y axis. Now I can give a name to the picture also. For that I have to write plot dot title. Title means the name of the picture. We can write line plot. Okay, now if I run it, see it will be showing line plot. Okay, now suppose if I want to decorate this, I can give a color like color equals to red. Look, the color has been changed. Okay, we can change the line style also. Line style equals to dotted. Then see what happens. Okay. So you can change the style also. Okay. Now if I want, I can give a line width equals to 10. But for that I have to make it solid. Now if I give line width, then see the width of the line has been increased. Okay. So these are the things we can do. Next we can do plot dot grid. See, a grid has been created. This makes things more attractive and more meaningful. You can easily understand that here 10 pointing to 100, 20 pointing to 200. Okay. Now, if you want to show the point more prominently, you can just write marker equals to plus. Line width is too much, that's why it is unable to understand. So give 2. Now, so you can see that there are plus symbols. Make it 1. Now you can see the marker. See here, 10, 100, next point 20, 200, next 30, 300, 30, 300, 40, 400, 50, 500. Okay, you can give other things also like, oh, so you can, sorry, this is not recognized. I think we can give dot. Okay, see. So dots you can give. Okay, so you can give marker also. You can change the line width. You can change the line style. You can give a color. You can give a name also to this. You have to write label equals to just give X. Now suppose if I name it, you can't see any change. For that you have to write plt dot legend. Now see what happens. See here you can see X. Okay, so it's kind of single plot line. Now suppose you want to create a multiple line. Create one more y column. Y equals to like 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000. Now suppose if I plot this, just copy, paste. Here I am plotting with x and y2. X means x column, y means y2 column. Change the color, make it blue. Line style, line width, let them stay same. I have to change the label. See, now if I run it, you can see X means this one, Y means this one. Okay, so you can give some meaningful name here in the label, so you'll be able to understand what it depicts. Okay, now one more thing, if you are using some other like PyCharm or something other editor, then you have to write plt.show. Here it is not required in Google Colab, but if you can't see the graph where you are working, you have to give this one. Main purpose is to show the graph. Okay. So this is the way we can create simple line plots, and multiple lines also we can plot in the same picture. Okay. Now suppose if I write plt dot figure fig size equals to 6 comma 6. Now see what happens. Now I give 16 comma 6. See, the figure size has been increased. So if you want to just increase the figure size, you can simply change it. Like if I give 12 comma 10. 12 comma 10. 12 means length, 10 is the height. Okay. So this way you can just change the size of the picture as well. Fine. Now next plot a sine curve. Okay. For that, I have to make a data set. So I will use NumPy library linspace function. Can you tell me about this function? We have studied this in our NumPy class. This will create total 100 values within a range from 0 to 10, and all the values will be linearly spaced. Okay. Meaning having similar gap. Okay. Now create y equal to sine of x. Now write plt dot plot x comma y. Oh, sorry, I have to write np dot sine. Okay. Now if I plot, see sine curve will be plotted. See, you can see. If you want the cos curve, same way you have to write y1 equal to np dot cos of x and plot, give it y1. Now run it. See, sine curve, cos curve, but give them some name like plt dot x level x and plt dot y level. You can give any meaningful name. Okay. For the full picture, plt dot py title, plt dot title, sine curve and cos curve. Okay. You can create tan also. Try to do this. Now if I run it, you can see the names. Now suppose if you want to change line style, you can just give line style equals to dotted. Oh, I'm sorry. Line style equals to dotted. See, this one is dotted. Now give a label name. So I have to write label equals to any name, sign. Here also label equals to cos. Now if I run it, there will be no change. Can you see any change? No. To see the change, you have to write legend function. So write legend. Now see, it is visible. Now if you want to change its position, then that also you can do by using LOC equals to give left. Now if we run it, okay, there is nothing left. You can use these things like best, upper right, upper left, right, lower center, center. Let me give center. Let me just show you. See, then it will be placed in center. If you give nothing, it will find the blank space and then it will set accordingly. Okay. Now, if you want to give marker like this one, that also you can give. You can change the line width also. Now, suppose if I give line width equals to 20, not 20, that will be huge. Give 7. Now, if I run it, see. Okay. So, you can decorate in your own way. Okay. Now, do the tan one also. Plot one more np dot tan x. Then plot that too. And label also. Okay. Now next do one more. Suppose I create a column years equal to 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Now if I write stock price equals to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 values in both places. Now if I want to plot them, plt dot plot x years, y stock price. Now let me run this. Sorry, here plt dot plot. Okay. Now if you want to give, just put put a marker equals to, see, you can see 2015 100 values, 2016 200, 2017 300. Okay, so you can find a relationship between the columns from this graph. You can understand that with years it has been increased. So a simple graph can give you the information very easily. You have to see here and you have to notice, but instead of that, if you just look at the picture, you can understand that the stock price is increasing and linearly increasing. Okay, so for communication also, these images are very important, these graphs are very important. Okay, so we have understood what is a line plot. In our next class, we will study about scatter plot. Okay, so bye, happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. So today we are going to continue our Matplotlib session. Okay, we have already completed line plot. Now we will understand what is a scatter plot. Okay, let me first describe you what is a scatter plot. I have two columns, number of hours and score. And I believe that the more number of hours I study, the more marks I will get. If I study for 2 hours, my score will be 40. If I study for 6 hours, my score will be 80. Okay. Now if I study for 10 hours, then my score will be 99. Okay. So there is a relationship between two columns. If this one is increasing, score is also automatically increasing. Now we will make a scatter plot of this data. Okay. First I will draw x-axis and y-axis. In the x-axis, I will keep number of hours. That is, we can say it is an independent variable. In the y-axis, I will keep the score, which is a dependent variable. So, score is here dependent on the number of hours. Okay. So, first one, 240. Like, I can create a scale here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this. Okay. So, this may be 6. Here, it may be 10. Okay. This side also I have to create a scale of score 40, 60, 80 like this. So suppose this one is 40, this one is 20, this one is 60, this one is 80. So how can I create a scatter plot? 240. So x is 2, y is 40. So this is a okay. Next one 6 and 80. So 6, 80. So this is going to be our second point. Next one 10 and 99. So this is 10, 99 may be upside. So I can say this is a point. So this is known as a scatter plot. So why scatter plot is used? To find the relationship between different variables. Okay. So scatter plot is mainly used for bivariate analysis. Second, to find the relationship between variables or columns. Okay, here you can see that we can find the relationship that if the number of hours is increasing, score is also increasing. So the x-axis, this is known as independent variable, this is known as variable dependent variable because score is depending on this x-axis on number of hours. So this is what now we are going to do with Python. So we can write x equals to 2, 6, 10. Y equals to 40, 80, 99. Now, can you tell me what will be the code? Plot dot scatter x comma y. Or if you want, you can just write number of hours and score. Okay. Now if I just copy this, first one is for x axis, second one is for y axis. Now if I write, if I click it, then it will be sorry, I can write import matplotlib dot pyplot as bld. Okay. Now if I run it, see a scatter plot is drawn. It's like as we have drawn. Okay. You can see 240, this is a junction, 80, 680 and 99, 10. Okay. So this is what is known as scatter plot. Can you tell me what is the difference between the line plot and the scatter plot? Can you tell me? A simple difference. Here every point is connected through a line, but here you can see that the points are not connected. If I want to make it a line plot, I will just write plot instead of scatter. Now see, can you see? Okay. Now if you just give a marker here, then you can see that if I give star, then okay, only these are connected by line. Scatter means these are not connected by line. And one more important point is that this is mainly used for numerical column. Both of the columns must be numerical. Okay, you can plot on categorical, but this is of no use. Okay, so mainly it is used for numerical columns and to find the relationship, whether positively correlated or negatively correlated, or we can say correlation. Okay. Okay. Now see, last one we did this one. Years and stock price. Stock price is increasing each year. Now if I try to convert this to a scatter plot, how can I do it? You can tell me now. Instead of plot, I have to write scatter. Now you can see this has become a scatter plot. So you can provide marker here also. Okay, you can change, you can give it a plus. Okay, and you can change accordingly. Okay, now let's draw the sine curve. This one. If I copy this one, I will do a scatter plot of sine curve. See, I have copied this. First, let me delete these things. Let me check once. Oh, sorry, I have to numpy as np, import pandas as pd. Now let me run. This is a line plot. Now I will change it to scatter. I have to change here. Scatter. Here also. Scatter plot. Now let me run. See, it is a scatter plot. Okay. Simple difference. The points are not connected. In fact, here also we have drawn like this. This one by changing the line style dotted. Okay. So you can simply draw a scatter plot. You can change this marker also. Okay. Simple difference. Line plot means every point is connected. Scatter plot means points are not connected. Okay, all other things are same. I already explained in last class. Linearly spaced, we have taken 100 values, taken their sine values, cos values, and plotted the sine curve and cos curve. Okay, no problem. Now see, we can figure with different axes also. To do that, I'll write fig equals to plt dot figure. That means figure will be plotted. Sorry, plt, not o. Okay. Next, ax, I'll take an axis fig dot add axis ADD AXES. Now inside this, I'll write 0, comma 0, comma 1, comma 1. It means this one will start from left, extreme left. 0 means we'll start from the extreme left. Next 0 means it will start from the exact bottom. And 1 means height will be full height and width full length. Okay. So this one is 0 starting from the extreme left, starting from exactly bottom. Height is width is 1 and height is also 1. Now suppose if I run it, let me show you. See, the axis has been changed. So you have created a two-dimensional scatter plot. Clear? Now if I want to create a three-dimensional scatter plot, now how can I do it? Let's do. Create a figure, plt dot figure. Now I have to create axis. Here I will write plt dot axis. Inside this projection equals to 3D. Showing bigger. Okay, it has been changed. Fine. Now suppose if I change it to plasma, then see what happens. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, Maybe it's not in capital. See the color has been changed. You can give very this. So you can change the colors also. Okay. There are many other color maps. C map means color map. There are many other color maps. You can choose accordingly. Okay, so we have plotted a 3D scatter plot. Fine. Do the next one. I'll create a new data set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y equals to 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. And colors equals to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. I'll explain everything. No worries. Sizes equals to 20, 50, 80, 200, 500. Fine. Now I will first plot, scatter plot on x and y. Now let me show you first what happens. X is the x-axis and y is the y-axis. Scatter plot has been plotted. Now if I write C equals to colors. Now see what happens. Look, colors are changing. It's taking the values of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and this is the way the colors are changing. Now I want to change the sizes. So I have written a list of sizes. Now I will write is equals to sizes. This parameter takes the sizes. See, sizes are increasing in this order, so it will also increase in this order. Clear? So it is following these patterns. Colors are following this pattern, sizes are following this pattern. So you can pass arguments in this way also. Now one more argument. Alpha equals to 0.5. Notice very carefully the colors. Okay, it will change. Transparency has been changed. Now suppose if I give 0.1. Look, it's not almost visible. Okay, so if you want to change the transparency, if I give 1, now see, they are vibrant. Okay, so you can change the transparency as well. Now you can give the color map. Last time we also gave. Let's give it. Okay, now let me run this. See, the color also you can change. Okay, now suppose if I want to plot this color as a bar chart, plot dot color bar. Now see what happens. The color bar will be printed. Okay, 500 means this color, 450 this one, the lowest one 100 this one. Okay, so the color bar is also printed. Now print this, then now see this technical writings are also gone. Plot.show means it will be completely focused on the graph only, nothing else will be written. If I don't write it, then see some here it is written like matplotlib.colorbar. To remove these things, if you are doing in other editors, you must write plt.show. Fine. Okay. Now we have understood how to do with external dataset. Now suppose I want to do with some internal dataset. So I already told you in Pandas session that how we can download and work on that. Now I will download one. This is in C1 library. We have not learned that. As scikit-learn library has datasets, C1 also has some datasets. So we can simply download it from here. So I will first write I'll sns dot load underscore dataset. And the name of the dataset is tips. Okay. So the dataset will be downloaded and it will be stored into tips. Now see what is there in tips. Just print it. You can see that it is a data frame. Okay. What are the columns? Total bill, tip, sex, smoker or not, which day they came, whether they had dinner or something else, and how many people were there. This is a small data set. This dataset is already there in C1. And now I want to do a scatter plot on total bill and tip. So I want to see that how they are related, whether tips are increasing with the bill or not. So I want to make the total bill as independent variable, tip as dependent variable. Okay, so total bill will be in the x position. So let me write plt dot scatter tips total bill, because this is the x value, the independent one. In the y axis, I will write tip. Okay, now let plot this scatter plot. See, you can see the scatter plot that while total bill is increasing, tips are also kind of increasing. Here total bill is less, tips are less. Total bill has increased, tips have also increased. Okay, so you can find a relationship from this scatter plot. Okay, now suppose if I write that I want to include the size also. So I can write s equal to tips size. Now see what is the changes. Now we can see this has become so small. Now if I want to make them big, I can just multiply them with a bigger number. Now see. So you can also check whether tips have been changed with sizes. Big family size means bigger tips, like that or not. Okay, so simply you can find the correlations between the variables. Okay. So these are the main points of scatter plot. Let me summarize the things again. Scatter plot and line plot is similar. The simple difference is that the lines are not connected. Just let me show you. PLT dot plot. Let me copy this one. If I copy and paste it here, see what happens. See, it has become gibberish. So you have to understand when to use the line plot and when to use the scatter plot. Okay, so that is the simple difference. And second one is that scatter plot is mainly used for bivariate analysis. And next point is that you can find the relationship, and it is mainly used for numerical columns. Okay, in the next session we will continue with bar plot. Okay, bye. Happy learning. Hello everyone. So let's continue our matplotlib session. We have already completed line plot and scatter plot. Now we will understand about bar plot. Okay. Now let me first show you this one. Suppose in your classes 40 people play tennis, 60 people play football, 80 people play basketball. Now if you want to show this information in the form of bar charts, then you may represent it in this way. In the x-axis, or we can say the horizontal axis, we will the categorical variables. The tennis player, football player, badminton player. Categorical means that must be expressed in words, or we can say qualitative variables. And in the vertical axis, that is in the y-axis, we will plot the frequency. How many players are playing tennis? 40 people. How many players are playing football? 60 people. So this is what is called frequency. So in the bar chart, we plot categorical variable versus frequency. Okay, now let's plot this using Python. First, let me create a data set. So in sports data set, I'll write tennis, football, comma, basketball. Okay. Now in y-axis, I will plot the frequency. So I can write in your class. So class 1 equal to 40, 60, 80. Now if I want to create a bar plot, plot dot bar, sports, comma, class 1. Now let me run this one. See, this is what is a bar plot. That's what we have plotted. So you can see that 40 people play tennis, sorry, 60 people play football, 80 people play basketball. Clear? So bar plot means, let me write the main points, or this is actually called bar chart or bar graph, used to check the frequency. So it is plotted categorical column in the x-axis versus frequency in the y-axis. Okay, so this is what is known as bar chart or bar graph. Now suppose if you want to change the orient, you can simply write bar age. Then see, has been changed. So you can plot in this orient also. Now let's understand stacked bar plot. Let me first delete this one. Suppose in the second class, 20 people play tennis, 30 people play football, 50 people play basketball. Okay. Now I want to plot both of these in a single graph. I will do a stacked bar plot. Let me delete this one and create two bar plot. First one, bar 1 equals to plot dot bar sports, comma, class 1. Second one, bar 2, plt dot bar sports, comma, class 2. Okay, now let me first run this one. This is known as stacked bar plot. One plot is stacked on another one. Okay, now let's decorate this one. If you want, you can just change the color. I want to give blue, and here I want to give green. Now see. Okay, fine. Now suppose I want to provide a edge color. So I can write edge color equals to black. See, here an edge color of black is showing. If you want, you can just change the width also. If I write line width equals to 2.5. See, the width of the edge has been increased. Okay, give it a label. That too will be better. So label equals to, we can write class 1. And same way, label equals to class 2. But I have to write plt dot legend. Now see, you will be able to understand that which one depicts the class 1, which one depicts the class 2. So the upper one is class 1, the bottom one is the class 2. Now if you want, you can keep class 1 in bottom also. For that you have to write bottom equals to class 1. So now class 1 is upside, it will be in bottom position. Fine. Do you want to give grade? Just write plot dot grade. Okay. Now if you want to change the line style of the grid, you can write line style equals to, then see what happens. If you want, you can change the line width also. Same process. Right, line width equal to 0.7. These are the parameters. So there are many parameters and you can set them according to your need. Okay. Now suppose I want to plot side by side. So first let me copy this one and paste this. And this is known as group bar charts. Okay. Now first let me delete these two. First, here I will give a position. 0th position for tennis, for first position football, in second position basketball. Okay. Now to do this, we will write index equals to np dot arrange lane of sports. So lane of sports here means 1, 2, 3, 3. Now arrange of 3 means 3 number will be generated 0, 1, 2. So index is containing 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now write plt dot bar. In the x position, index value 0, 0th position. There tennis will be placed, comma, y class 1. Now provide a var with. Next, level equals to class 1. Okay. I want to give var width as 0.35. Next class, so plt dot bar x here is index plus var width. That means 0 plus 0.35. Second, 1 plus 0.35. For football, 2 plus 0.35. Okay, that is the x position. Y class 2. Next, word with give a label equals to class 2. Okay, now see what happens. Clear? Now if I want to give a name, I will write plt dot xsticks. Here mention 0, 1, 2. Those are the position value. And here, if you want to give some manual names, you can write tennis, comma, football, comma, basketball. Okay. And now, give a rotation equals to 45. Now see. See here, you can give some manual names. Or if you just want, you can write plt dot xticks inside ticks equals to index plus var width, comma, labels equals to sports. So whatever is there inside the sports list, it will be labeled. See tennis, football, basketball, as it is written here, it will be labeled. Okay. You can rotate also by giving rotation equal to 45. Okay. So we have learned three things: simple bar chart, stacked bar chart, one top of another, grouped bar chart. Okay. This is all about bar chart. It's mainly plot, categorical variables versus frequency. Okay, bye. Happy learning. Welcome back. Today we will continue our Matplotlib session. Okay, we have already understood line plot, scatter plot, bar chart. Now we will understand what is a histogram. Okay, let me first explain you the concept. Here, this represents ages of different people. Okay, now I want to know that how many people belong to the age group of 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39. Now we will visualize this using histogram. Let's see how. Okay, first this is 9, so that means this belongs to 0 to 9. 19, so this belongs to the age group of 10 to 19. 25, this belongs to the age group of 20 to 29. 30, this belongs to the age group of 30 to 39. 6, that means 0 to 9. 23, so 20 to 29 age group. 15, that means 10 to 19. 12, that means 10 to 19. 14, same. Okay, now what is the frequency then? 2, here, 4, 20 to 29, 2, now 1. Now let's plot this in histogram. First, let me draw the graph. In the x-axis, in the horizontal axis, we will keep the ranges. Okay, so you can say it 0, 9, 19, 29 and 39. So 0 to 9, 2 people. So 0 to 9 means the bar will look like this. 10 to 19, 4 people. So if it is 2, then make it 4. Here it is 2. This one is 4. Okay. Next one is 20 to 29, 2. Same height. It's 2. 30 to 39, 1. So let's say this one is 1. Okay. So it will come under this range. So this is what is known as histogram. In the x-axis, you keep the ranges. These ranges are also known as bins. So in the x-axis, in the horizontal axis, you keep the bins, and in the y-axis, you keep the frequency. If you remember, while plotting bar chart, this was categorical variable, this one was frequency. Here, this one is numerical categories, and this one is frequency. Okay, so bar chart or histogram kind of same, but understand the differences. In bar chart, I'll show you that in bar chart there is a gap between every bar. You can see, but in histogram there is no gap. Second one is that in bar chart we plot categories versus frequency, but in this one we plot numerical categories. We create the categories, we create the ranges, we create the bins and versus frequency. Okay. So our main job was to see how many people belong to different age group. Okay. Now let's plot this in Python. I copy this one. Now I will write plot.hist ages and I need to provide the bins. You can provide any bins. Let's say I give 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now if I run it, see what happens. 0 to 10, 2 people. 10 to 20, 4 people. 20 to 30, 2 people. 30 to 40, 1 people. Just like as we did here. Okay. So this is what is known as histogram. Okay. Looks like bar plot. There are some differences. Okay. Now suppose if you want to plot stacked bar plot, then what can I do? I have to take one more list. Ages 1 equals to, if I write 9, 20, 23, 33, 31, 12, 15, 17, any number of values. But I have to keep the count same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have to give one more. Okay. Now I have to write plot.hist. I'll write ages, comma, ages 1. Keep it in third bracket. And you have to provide the bin size. So I can write bins equals to 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Now let me run this one. Now if I run this one, see, but here it is not one top of another. So I want it to be on top of another. For that I can write stacked equal to true. Sorry, true. Now see, it will create stacked histogram. Okay, now you can label it by plt.x label, plt.y label, plt.title, give label name, and you can change the color, you can give age color, you can change the line width, you can give the grid, you can change the line width of the grid or line style of the grid. Okay, so all of this we have already done before. We are not going to do it here. Simply understand the concept of histogram. Histogram means we are plotting numerical categories versus frequency. So we can see the main objective is to find the frequency distribution. And here we plot numerical categories, or we can see bins versus frequency. Okay, so this is all about histogram. Now, one more thing I forgot to tell you. Instead of giving exact numbers, if you want, you can divide it into 5 parts. Then also it will work. You can give any number of bins, whatever range you want to create. You can create 3 parts also. It will be divided into 3 parts. If you give 2, then it will be divided into 2 parts. Okay, as per your need, you can just change it. Okay, so we will meet in our next class. Bye, happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are continuing our Matplotlib session. As of now, we have completed line plot, scatter plot, bar chart, and histogram. Today we will understand about box plot. Okay, first let me show you how it looks. Then I will explain. Okay, first let me copy this one. Here I have created a list of edges. Now I will create a box plot on these edges. Okay. Now for that I will write plt dot box plot and inside this the edges. Now see how it looks. Okay. Sorry, I have to import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. See, this is looking like a box. Now let me first make you understand how it is formed. Then I will explain what are the values you can derive from this image. Okay. First I will arrange them in ascending order. See here, I have already arranged them. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Total 8 numbers. Okay. Now our job is to find these values. Minimum value, first quartile value, second quartile or the median value, third quartile and the maximum value. So here you can see that minimum value is 1, maximum value is 14. Now median means the middle value. Okay, see here total number is 8. So the formula of calculating median is n equals to 8. 8 means this is an even number. Now the formula of calculating median is n plus 1 divided by 2. So 8 plus 1, 9 divided by 2 equals to 4.5. So we have to find the value which is in 4.5th position. How to calculate that one? By averaging fourth values and fifth values. So what is in fourth position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 6 plus. What is in fifth position? 8. So 6 plus 8 divided by 2 is the median value. Okay, so we can write 7. Simply also you can understand that these are the two middle values. Here also 3 numbers, here also 3 numbers. So we have to calculate the average to find the median. If it is an odd number, then a single number will have become the median. Okay. Now we will calculate the percentile. Q1 means first quartile, 25th percentile. Percentile means the total data set is divided into 4 parts, 25, 25, 25, 25. So first 25 percentile is known as Q1. Second 25th percentile is Q2. Next 25th percentile Q3. And next is the max. It's like, let me show you. First 25 percentile, this is Q1. Second 25 percentile, that is 50 percentile or quarter 2. Next 25 percentile, that is 75th percentile or we say Q3. And next is 100 percentile. Okay, so we have to find Q1 and Q3. Now how can we find this? For that the rule is P equals to n plus 1 by 4. Now what is n? Total number, that is 8. So 8 plus 1 divided by 4. So 9 divided by 4 equals to 2.25. Okay. So we have to find the value which is in 2.25th position of the list. Okay. Now how can we calculate this? For this we have to find the value in second position, that is 2. So it will be 2 plus 0.25 into 4 minus 2. So 4 minus 2 means 2. 2 into 0.25 means 0.50. So in total, this is 2.50. Okay. So the value is 2.50. So you can write this one is 2.50. Okay. Next, we will calculate Q3. How to calculate Q3? That means 75th percentile. Now for that, the rule is P equals to 3 into n plus 1 by 4. So n 8, 8 plus 1 9, 9 into 3 27. 27 divided by 4 equals to 6.75. So we have to find the value which is in 6.75th position. Now how can we calculate? First we have to find what is in 6th position. In 6th position, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That is 10. So first write 10 plus what is in 7th position? 7th position 12. So we have to do 12 minus 10. 7th position minus which is in 6th position into 0.75. So we write 0.75. So 12 minus 10, 2 into 0.75, 1.50. So we can say 10 plus 1.50. So the answer is 11.50. Okay. So we have got third quartile, that is 11.5. Okay. Now how can we plot this? First, Q1 2.50. So plot here 2.50. Median 7. So this one is 7. Q3 11.5. So it will be in middle of this 11.5. Now we have to just connect this. This is the box we have just seen. Okay. Now minimum equals to 1. So connect it by a single line. Maximum equals to 14. So connect it by a single line. Okay. Now it describes that this portion is 25th percentile. 25% of the data is in this position. Okay. Next one is from here to median, that is 25th percentile. 25th percentile is located here. In total, this one is 50 percentile. Okay. Now next one is also 25 percentile. 25% of the data is located here also. So in total 25 plus 25 plus 25. In total this is 75 percentile. Okay, that is what is known as Q3. And the next one is also 25 percentile. So in total it is 100 percentile. So you understand the concept of percentile. The total data set is divided into 4 parts and each part is 25 percentile. Okay. And the 50th percentile is known as the median value. And if you calculate the interquartile range, that is Q3 minus Q1. That means 75th percentile minus 25th percentile. Exactly this position is known as interquartile range. Okay, this is what is known as box plot. Let's see here. Exactly this one. Okay. Now, if you want, you can just simply change the orient by writing vertical equals to false. Now see, it will look like exactly this one. Okay, so you can see here. Here it is the first quartile, 25 percentile. This is the median value, 7. This is Q3, 75 percentile, and 11.5. Here it is maximum value, 14. So we can just derive from this box plot what is the minimum value of a particular column, what is the maximum value, what is the 25th percentile, what is the 75th percentile, what is the median value. Okay, so if we simply do a box plot, we can get this amount of data. Here also we have understood how these things are calculated in the background. You don't have to do the calculation, just understand the calculation, and all you have to do is to write a line of code and you can get so much of data from this box plot. So this is an univariate analysis done on a single column. Now let me show you one more thing. Just copy this one, paste, and here write notch equals to true. Now suppose if I run it, this way also you can do a box plot. Fine. Now suppose if I write plt.boxplot, so means equals to true. Now see what happens. Can you see a marker? This is the mean value. Mean value means average of all the values. 2 plus 10 plus 6 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus 14 plus 1 divided by the total numbers. That is 8. that will give you the mean value. In the mean value, you can see a markup. Okay. So with all these other values, you can find the mean values also. Now, the main purpose of using a box plot is to find an outlier in the dataset. Outlier means those values which are far from the median values. Okay. Now suppose if your dataset has outliers and you apply algorithms on that, then it may give you some bias result. So first you do a box plot, then you see that whether there is any outlier or not. If it is existing there, you can simply remove this by using some percentile calculation. We will learn those things later. Okay. Now see how we can check whether there is any outliers or not. For that, our data must have some outliers. So let me add some outliers. Like if I add 100, 300. Now see what happens. See here, it is looking so small because there is a value in 100, there is a value in 300. So the dataset is becoming too large and it is showing too small. So our job will be to remove those outliers. Okay, so this way we can plot the outliers as well. This is all about box plot. This is done on a single column, univariate analysis, and it gives you the mean value, median value, minimum value, maximum value, and percentiles. Okay, and this is done on a numerical column. These are the main crux of box plot. Okay, we will meet in our next video. Till then, bye. Happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. We are continuing our Matplotlib session and we have only one thing left, that is pipeplot. So in today's session, we will understand what is a pipeplot and how to plot in Python using Matplotlib. Okay. Now first understand what is a pipeplot. Suppose you are new to a city. Now you want to gather some friends. How can you do this? From local clubs and groups, or from community events, from classes and workshops, or from social apps and websites. So by this four method, you can gather friends. So you can get 30 friends from local clubs and groups, 25 from community events, 20 from classes and workshops, and 25 from social apps and websites. Okay. Now suppose if you want to convert them in percentage, then you can write 30 divided by 30 plus 25 plus 20 plus 25. That means the total into 100. So it will be converted into percentage. Here I have taken the total 100. So this one will be the percentages also. 30%, 25%, 20%, 25%. Okay. So 30% friends you can get from local clubs. 25% you can get from community events. 20% from classes and workshops. And 25% from from social apps and websites. Okay. From social apps. Now, if I want to represent this using a pie chart, then it will look like this. It's a circle. Okay. And it is divided into four parts. This one is representing local clubs and groups, the 30%. Here it is community events, 25%. Now, classes and workshop, it is 20%, so bit smaller. And next one is social apps and websites, that is 25%. Okay, so this is in clockwise direction. From this chart, you can understand that how many percentage of friends you can get from which category. Okay. Now, how to do this in Python? Let's understand. First, I have copied all these things. And now if I write plt.py, inside this, I have to mention the sizes. And first, let me show you with the sizes only. Like, let me delete this one. Now, suppose if I run it, see, you can see the pie plot. It's looking same. Now suppose we can't understand anything from here. So we can decorate it by giving labels equals to labels. That means it will take all these strings and will put as labels. Let me show you. Now it is more presentable. Here I can see local clubs and groups, social apps and websites, community events, classes and workshops. Fine. Now suppose I want to change the angle. Then I can write start angle equals to 140. Then see what happens. It is starting from 140. This one is 90. This one is 90. And this one is 140. So from 140 it is starting. it goes anti-clockwise. If I give 180, now see what happens. See, 180 means the straight line. From here it is starting. Okay, so you can change the starting angle also by giving start angle equals to 180. Clear? Now if I want to change the colors, how can I do it? There is a parameter called colors. Here I can write colors, but here I have to provide the colors. Like suppose I want green, red, maroon, yellow. Now if I run it, see what happens. I have forgotten a comma. I have to provide a comma. Look, you can change it's four color combination, but you can change the color also. Okay, the first one will take the green, second one red, maroon, yellow. Okay, so you can change the colors also, and you have to pass this in this color parameter. Okay, now suppose if I want to provide a shadow, I can write shadow equals to true. You can see a shadow. Okay, so these are the way you can decorate. Now suppose if you want to give the percentages, then I can write auto PCT equals to 1.1 if percent. Here also starts with percent. Now let me show you. You can see the percentages. Okay, you can give 1.1, 1.0. Here both of the scenario it is same because it's only a single number. Otherwise, you can represent like 25.2, 20.3 by giving 1.1. Okay. If you don't provide, you just provide 1.0, then it will be in single digit 25%, 25, 20%, 25%. Okay. Now, there are so many technicalities. You can just remove them by writing. You can tell me plt dot show. Now, see, these things will be gone. Now it is looking better. Okay. Now you can give title plt dot title, and you can also increase the figure size by writing plt dot figure fig size equals to 16 comma 7. Now it will look bigger, so you can change the figure size also. Okay, now one more thing, suppose I want to focus on one thing, that I can do by writing explode. Inside the explode function I have to write 0.1000. Now see what happens. Here also I have to pass the parameter explode equals to explode, comma. Now let me show you. See, if I want to focus on this one, then it can be exploded in this way. It will come out. If you want to do it on something else, suppose on classes and workshops, then here also you can write 0.1. Clear? Now suppose let it stay 0.1, but here I give 0.5. So this way also you can represent your pie plot. Okay. Now let's understand one more thing. Now suppose I write plt dot py inside sizes levels equals to levels, wedge props equal to big width equals to 0.4. See how it is looking. It is looking like a donut. So you can create in this way also. Okay. If you write plt dot show, all these technicalities will be gone. If you want, you can make the figure big. If you want, you can give a title. You can give colors. Okay, so you can do all these things. Okay, so this way you can create donut also. So these are the ways by which you can represent a pie plot. Okay, bye. Happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome back to this session. So as of now, we have completed Matplotlib library and now in today's session, we are going to revise the concept we have learned. Okay, uh, you can see the graph. We have learned about all these things. Okay, first to install Matplotlib, you have to write pip install Matplotlib. This is for the very first time. Once you have installed, you can simply import to use all of its functions. Okay, so import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. PLT is a nickname. You can give any other name, but whenever you call any function from Matplotlib, you have to use by PLT or by the name you have given. Okay. And now the basic usages, we have already learned about these things in detail. First one is line plot. Line plot means these are data points called markers connected by a straight line. And it is mainly used to show the trends over time or other continuous data. Like it is increasing or decreasing. That is what was line plot. Next we studied about scatter plot. Here scatter plot means it is same like line plot but markers are not connected by line. Okay, each point represents the observation in the dataset and it is mainly used to find the relationship between two variables. Okay, so the difference between these two is line plot is connected, scatter plot is not connected. Okay, next we studied about bar graph and bar chart. This is mainly used to find the frequency and it is displayed by using bars of different heights or different lengths. Similar kind of histogram, but there is a difference. Histogram bars are connected with each other. Okay, so histogram, the data is divided into bins like intervals, and we count how many number of observations fall into each bin. This is also used to find the frequency. Okay. Next, we studied about box plot. Box plot is a distribution data based on a 5-number summary. Minimum value, first quartile Q1 or we can say 25th percentile, median 50th percentile, third quartile 75th percentile and maximum value. So from a simple graph we can find all these numbers and we can even plot the mean value also. Okay. Why box plots are mainly used? To find the outliers. Outlier means those values which are far from the mean values. And those outliers create bias in modeling. So our first job is to find those outliers and remove them. Now to find the outliers, box plot helps a lot. Okay. Next we studied about pie plot. This looks like a pizza where each slice represents a category's contribution. Okay. So we have studied about all these things, we have coded and we have visualized all these things in our last series of classes. Now next we will apply our learnings while doing projects. Okay, bye. Happy learning.